They just don't fucking get it. How did this happen? They cry. You want to know how this happened? You want to know how America resorted to bigotry and racism? You want to know how we let a TV star with no experience get to the White House? You want to know why we couldn't stop being stupid enough to listen to what you had to say? I can explain. 10 years ago, I never had to tell somebody my wife was black and children were mixed to get them to stop assuming I was racist. 10 years ago, I didn't have to tell somebody I'm bisexual to get them to stop assuming I was being homophobic. 10 years ago, I didn't have to tell people I've read the Quran to get them to stop assuming I'm ignorant of Islam. 15 years ago, I had pride in my nation. 20 years ago, I didn't have to worry about the government spying on me because I sat next to someone suspicious on a plane. 20 years ago, I didn't have to worry about getting kidnapped for being an American in most other countries. 20 years ago, 50 corporations made up 90% of the media market. Today, it's 6. 30 years ago, people weren't being attacked by animals in the streets over who they voted for. This is the country that brought the world electricity, the light bulb that tamed the last frontiers in the world, that carved the faces of great men into mountains, that brought us powered flight, that broke the sound barrier, brought Europe peace after the most destructive war ever seen, tried to play nice, but brought forth a fury never fucking seen before when we were attacked, sent men to the fucking moon, but something happened. We began intervening in other nations' conflicts. We started trying to develop this network of power across the world. We started fighting wars for money. And when we were attacked harder than ever before, we pulled our punches and used it as an excuse to fight somebody that wasn't even responsible. We voted for change, and change never came. We voted for the young, charismatic man, and he sold us a bridge. He was given near complete power to bring change, and what he brought was a ham-fisted attempt at healthcare reform that he didn't understand, and we didn't want. He promises change from the needless wars and brings us anonymous murder from above an unprecedented scale. And because he happened to be president when gays got the right to marry, we're supposed to think of him positively? We're tired of being led down the path of shame. We're tired of fighting other people's wars. We're tired of the globalist network of power. We're tired of the oligarchy. We're tired of being undisputedly the single most powerful nation to ever exist on Earth, and yet not being able to win the wars that corporations, industries, and oligarchs get us into before our leaders want to pretend war is an opportunity to be culturally sensitive and play nice. But when we try to voice these concerns and desires, we are called racist because the person we disagree with is black. We're called sexist because the person we disagree with is a woman. We're called homophobic for saying there are bigger priorities for the president than deciding who uses what bathroom. We're called Islamophobic for expecting our ultra-powerful military and police that might be able to provide us some security. We're called rednecks and fools and morons, all because we disagree. And we're told that we should not disagree, because the experts say so? Like Nate Silver, who has been wrong about everything since 2012, who's been wrong about the results of the 2014 midterms, the Brexit vote, the primaries, the World Series, and the general election. I'm only an amateur analyst, and I outperformed him. We should just believe CNN. who has been proven to feed information to political parties, who orders their focus groups on how to respond, who cuts the audio from anyone that strays from the narrative they sell, the pollsters who so incredibly wrong about 2012 Brexit and 2016, why should we believe the experts who get paid more and more for being right when they can't get anything right? Then a man we've known for decades shows up and decides to speak up for us, and you call him racist, sexist, homophobic, Islamophobic, arachnophobic, whatever else, but he speaks to us and for us. You try to shut him up. You cast him as a reality TV star with no knowledge while peddling Hollywood stars with no knowledge, as if Donald Trump has not been a household name for fucking decades. Then all the people we've been sick of, from the Bush family, the Clinton family, the Obama administration, the elite of the world, and the market and the media, all of these people we have been trying to get to change, team up against the man. And you think we can't see through that? You lied about the polls, and when we saw through it, you called us paranoid. You lied about crime committed and called us paranoid. You lied about the medical status of a public figure, for fuck's sake, and called us paranoid. Yet time after time, when we were right, you just said a broken clock is right twice a day. No. Fuck you. This happened because we are so goddamn sick of you. We're so goddamn sick of not being heard. We're tired of being brushed off when we speak, so we don't speak often. The silent majority. Michael Moore, of all fucking people, was the only one of you globalist shits to ever actually get it. You don't fucking get it. Michael Moore, of all people, said words that brought me to tears because of how accurate he was. The media didn't want him. The GOP establishment didn't want him. The pollsters didn't want him. The globalists didn't want him. The neocons didn't want him. The socialists didn't want him. The global power brokers didn't want him. But the people who are tired of fighting these wars our military isn't allowed to win, tired of being robbed, tired of being taxed to poverty, tired of being insulted, tired of being slandered, tired of being lied to, tired of our livelihoods being given away, tired of our being brushed off. Yeah, us? We wanted him. He isn't any of the things you try to tell us he is. We saw through it, and you still lie, even in defeat. At worst, he will be a message, louder and stronger than we have ever been. And at best, he will take us back to the moon, up to the stars, build unrivaled monuments that will last centuries, bring back our jobs and our pride. This man literally took on the world for us. And I bet even now, you still don't get it.